A very good evening and welcome to the iconic Nittawela Rugby Stadium in the hill capital of Kandy, as we bring you live coverage on the Papare TV of the Inter-University Rugby Tournament 2025. It's the all-important final that's going to happen today. It's between the University of Colombo and the University of Jayewardenepura. That's the final of the Slug Tournament 2025. Organized by the University of Rajarata, and we are coming to you live from the Nittawela Rugby Stadium in Kandy, where the conditions are torrid for rugby and the underfoot conditions are pretty slippery, as we see the weather forecast maximum temperature of 27 degrees, a minimum of 21 degrees, and a wind speed coming in from the left to right of 9 kilometers per hour, and it's mostly cloudy. And joining me in Coventry is yet again Bilal. A very good evening, Bilal.
A very good evening, Kavind. And what a match we are in here for. For Japura, the defending champions of the Sri Lanka University Games back 2 years ago. This is their fourth consecutive final that they've made it to here. They lost to Colombo in the Inter-University Games just last year. And Colombo holding that title. And it will be the Sri Lanka University Games defending champions versus the Inter-University Games defending champions going up against each other. Just last year they went up against each other and Colombo was able to come out on top. However, Japura will want to make sure that they leave here today defending their title and coming up with a victory for the ages.
And everything is ready for the anthems, and then probably the dignitaries being introduced to both the teams as well. And we will go for a short commercial break, and when we do come back we'll have live action.
Dialog television සමගින් අනාගතය අත්විඳින්න. දහසකටත් වඩා වැඩි this with movies සහ video on demand. පහසුවෙන් rewind කරන්න. මොබයිල් එකෙන් control කරන්න. යන එන ගමන් මොබයිල් එකෙන් TV බලන්න. upgrade වුණු Dialog ViU අත්දැකීම ඔබත් අත්විඳින්න. Dialog ViU Plus හෙට දවසේ තාක්ෂණයෙන් බලගන්න වන ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංක 1 රසාස්වාදය.
என்ன
பஞ்சரா இருக்கு. நீ எதுக்கு இருக்குல இறங்குற இப்போ? உள்ளே இரு.
தம்பி ரொம்ப ஆபத்தான இடம்பா. சீக்கிரம் டயர் மாத்தி கிளம்பு தம்பி.
මැට්ටා
මෙට්ට
මං ඔයාට ආදරෙයි.
ඒ කියන්නේ
කසාද බඳින්න කැමතියි කියලා.
මාව කොහොමද ඔයා කසාද බඳින්නේ?
ඇයි බැරි?
මේක මහා බලගතු විස්මිත පුස්කොලයක්.
මගේ අහංකාර පියුමේ
සියමරන් මට ටොක්කුකුත් දැන්න ඊලන්දාරි වැඩ කරන්න යනවා කියලා.
මේ ලෝකේ හරිම පුදුමාකාරයි.
ඒ වගේම
அப்பக்கே அதை கூப்பிட்டு வைக்க அம்பாடா இருக்கு
അത് ഉപയോഗിച്ചാലല്ലേ അറിയും.
ഒരു ഫോട്ടോ എടുത്ത്
അവനെ ഫോണിൽ ആരെങ്കിലും വിളിക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ ഭയങ്കര കളിയും ചിരിയും തമാശയൊക്കെ ആയിരിക്കും. അടുത്ത് നിന്ന് നമ്മൾ എന്തെങ്കിലും പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഇങ്ങനെ രണ്ടൊന്ന് മൂളല് മാത്രമേ ഉണ്ടാവൂ.
Just a little bit of width on offer, and he's got fast hands. Dilshan.
Into the stands she goes. Now an Oja moves closer to that half century.
One thing is they have been heavy and the spinners have bowled really well here watching in Sri Lanka on ThePapare or Dialog TV.
Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, ThePapare.
එකම සීනයක් හඹා යන තරුණයන් දෙදෙනෙක් විඳින විඳවන ජීවිතවල ඇතුළාන්තය ප්‍රේමේ සදාතනික බැඳීමෙන් ලංවන මනුෂ්‍යත්වයට එහා ගිය යූරෝ ඩොලර් 3 අතරමං වූ ජීවිත සුන්දර ඉතාලි සීනයක තනි කරන පාස්පෝර්ට් ඩයලොග් ටෙලිවිෂන් විව් මිනි විව් හබ් හා විව් ඇප් තුලින් නරඹන්න.
අපේ ජීවිතේ පළමුවැනි වීරයාගේ කතාව තාත්තා ප්‍රසාද් සමරතුංගගේ දෙවැනි සිනමා නිර්මාණය
පොඩ්ඩක් නවතින්න. ඔබ ඔය රිමෝට් එක අතේ තියන් channel මාරු කරන්නේ ඔබේ දරුවට බලන්න හොඳ programs යන channel එකක් හොයන්නද? ඔව් ඒක ලේසි වැඩක් නෙවෙයි තමයි. සමහර ඒවායි කාටුන් විතරයි. තවත් ඒවායි අධ්‍යාපනික වැඩසටහන් විතරයි. තව සමහරක් ඒවායි සින්දු විතරයි. ඔය සේරම එකම තැනක තිබුණා නම් දරුවටත් ලේසි, ඔබටත් පහසුයි නේද? එහෙනම් ඉතින් ඔබට නවතින්න වෙන්නේ මෙතන. දරුවගේ දැනුම අවබෝධය වර්ධනය කරන ගමන් දරුවා සතුටින් තියෙන වටිනා වැඩසටහන් රසක් මෙතන තියෙනවා. Dialog TV නාලිකාංක 48. A+ Kids TV. ආදරේ බෙදෙන පුංචි හිත්වලට ආදරෙන්.
This is Dr. Arjun Reddy Deshmukh.
Welcome back to Nittawela Stadium, where the Inter-University Rugby Final is being held here at Nittawela. And it will be the University of Jayewardenepura taking on the University of Colombo. It will be the University of Jayewardenepura will be in the red jumper and Colombo in the white jumpers, as we see the referee on the field for today. And interesting 35 minutes waiting in the first half of this game, and Japura will be playing from the left to right, where they'll be assisted by a slight breeze, but the wind for today has remained really good, and it'll be Jayewardenepura who will be kicking things off through their number 10.
White ready.
Think it was Piris. And we are underway here at Nittawela. Restart collected inside the 22 meters. Hence can kick it out on the full. Collected by the fullback. He decides to run. Good work from the Japura fullback. Numbers on the outside. Puts the ball to boot. That's a brilliant kick to touch, and they've touched it down. It will be a goal line dropout. And here's an opportunity. Decided to run from inside the 22 meters, from inside the own half. Here's the base kick coming in. Collected by the fullback yet again, and he decides to run yet again. Going past a couple of players is the Japura player. Advantage played in favor of Japura for an high tackle. Ball available. Here's the space opening up wide. Here's the number 11 cutting back past a couple of players. but advantage was already being played in favor of Sri Jayewardenepura. They will go back to that advantage, and he'll want to take a look at and have a word with the AR as well, because it was a lot higher, and interesting to see if that was head first.
Definitely.
High tackle above the sternum, and they are going for the 3 points. Japura looking to score early, and they will go for 3 points.
Interesting decision there by Japura. What they are looking for with these 3 points is to just make sure that they open the scoring and put some pressure, some sort of pressure on Colombo. And
they need to keep the intensity right from the start to the end as well. And the conversion, the penalty rather, is right over the whitewash. 3 points to nil. 2.5 minutes being played, and a good start from Sri Jayewardenepura. Brilliant work from them as the number 9 will restart. Suraj Stefan, the vice captain for Colombo. He is the one who has been putting the base kicks from the scrum half, the box kicks. That is how they get out of jail. Here's Japura. Advantage for a knock-on. Not collected cleanly. And Colombo will have a scrum in their favour. And this is exactly where the game will be decided. The scrum and the driving mauls. And the front row. Praveen Vikash, Ketaka Kaluboil and Abdullah Siddiq for Colombo. And the front row for Japura is a heavy one as well.
And we saw how well Colombo dominated Calania in that semi-final last week with their scrum. So it will be interesting to see how they fare in this game against Japura. And so far it seems to be at equal lengths. Colombo getting possession of the ball, feeding to the line.
No hands now, Red.
No hands is the call. Here's the scrum half putting the kick from the base, collected by the fullback. And inside the 22 meters, he puts the ball to boot, and that bounces and goes into touch. And it will be a Colombo line out, and a good scrum early on. This is exactly what Japura needs to be doing. They need to be mindful of that scrum and not let Colombo roll with it.
And good little exit kick there by Marsha Pathum, the fullback there as well. Former Richmondite player.
Follow him, please, yeah? Follow the front
who
man, guys.
Japura will be relying on heavily in this game. He has been proven to make those good runs and make those good meters as well.
And it's Ketaka Kaluboila who will be throwing in.
In, please. Stay on 2 meters.
Kaluboila.
Good line out.
Good line out. Maul formed. And doesn't go front. Goes lateral. Needs to release. Here's the scrum half with the box kick. And it doesn't go out. And it finally does go in. And that's a brilliant 50-22. Brilliant work from the scrum half. This is exactly what he has been doing throughout the season. Suraj Stefan from the base of that scrum have really managed to pin back Japura inside their own half. And it will be Ketaka Kaluboila yet again to throw in for Colombo.
What a great kick that was, Kavin, especially with that angle as well, and managing to get that 50-22. There you see there, almost hugging the line himself. And the ball trickling down into the line out. And here's Colombo with the driving maul.
Good work from Japura to keep them at bay. But here it will be a pick and drive through the fringe for Colombo, and the ball has been knocked on. Good work, scrum in favor of Sri Jayewardenepura. And the front row from Jayewardenepura is looking really heavy. And this is around the second scrum of the game. yet again a stop-start affair. Just 6 minutes on the first half. And it'll be a Sri Jayewardenepura throw in. A feed in rather to the scrum. Need to keep the pace good and steady is the call. Jayewardenepura feeds in, penalty advantage in favour of going in through the side. Good call, and it'll be Shenuka who'll be kicking this, the number 13. And he'll want to put this into touch far away in the opposition half as he returns the kick, and it's a good one. And they've come back to the 40-meter mark on their own half after scoring that initial 3 points. And the set piece will be in favour of Sri Jayewardenepura. And there's a couple of big men forming a pod in the middle as well. It's a 3-man line out by the looks of it, taken and knocked back. Good work. Here's the big man running through the middle is the Japra flanker, puts the chip to ball, and here's the number 10. Good collection from the number 11 from Colombo, but good scrummaging, but somehow manages to keep possession. Here's the scrum half from the base, puts the ball to boot, collected by Malcha. Malcha decides to run laterally, gives the ball out wide, straightens the line, does the number 14 for Sri Jayewardenepura. Advantage Costa to the number 4. He takes the ball into contact, needs to release. Ball available in the blind side. Here's Methananda. Methananda gives the ball away, and this is Bhashana. Bhashana Vijay Singh with the intercept. Still on his feet is Bhashana, and at the number 13. Brilliant work from the number 13 to bring him down. Ball being available. Penalty coming in from the side. Advantage being played in favour of Colombo. Just short. But the referee will bring back play to where the penalty was awarded, and Colombo will have a line out.
And what an intercept there by Bhashana Vijay Singh.
Quickly
and
taken.
Here's Abdullah Siddiq with the ball.
Quickly taken. Siddiq just short of the try line. Good defense coming in from Colombo. Advantage in favour of Colombo for an offside. Here's another advantage by the looks of it. On the line and just short. And the try has been awarded. Brilliant work from Colombo. Just like that, through an interception. They were all the way back inside the red zone, but the intercept from Bhashana Vijay Singh is what messed everything up for Japura. There you go. It was a brilliant steal, and it was a brilliant chase from Shenuka as well. Here you go. And Bhashana will look to add the extras as well.
What a passage of play there by Colombo. They were almost in trouble. Japura testing their defense. And it's this man on screen who is taking the conversion. And successfully taken. Adding 2 more points is Bhashana Vijay Singh, the man who started it all for Colombo, gave them that momentum. Former Trinity player, bringing in a lot of experience, and it's that experience there that made him anticipate that ball coming towards that Japura player. And here's that run. Well done by Japura as well in order to bring him down. However, the attack from Colombo proving to be a little too much for Japura.
As the fly half who has had a good game so far. Collected by the fullback, he decides to run. Puts the ball to boot, lets the ball bounce. Collected by the number 14. Here's Malcha in space. He decides to run. Good tackle coming in from Colombo. Space opening up wide in the blind side. Needs to give it to the blind side. Draw and pass. Here's the number 10. Puts the ball to boot. Lets it and bounces into touch, and it's a brilliant play. Japura was already charging in that face before Bhashana Vijay Singh intercepted and went over and coasted on the other side of the whitewash. And that is exactly the type of start Colombo needed. And 11 minutes into the game, 7 points to 3 with torrid conditions as Ketaka Kalubovila puts in and forms the driving maul. Well managed by Japura so far. And the scrum half puts the ball into touch, and full out is the call. And it will be a penalty in favor of Colombo for coming in from the side. And penalty given to Colombo Collectory.
Some very good rugby all round, isn't that, Kavin? Japura also not giving any inches. And it's just a smart little play by Bhashana there which gave Colombo that momentum. And here he is with the ball again. We'll be looking to find touch. Some good play there by the captain Ravin Shenuka as well for Japura. He's always looking to exploit those gaps.
Yeah, and Colombo, knowing that the scrum and the line out drive is good, they'll be looking to form that line out drive yet again from here as well. There again, contested maul driven back. Ketaka Kalubovila at the back of the scrum. Stephen has the ball, gives it out to the fly half. Here's the ball given to the wing three-quarter who comes back in. Ball available. Space opening up wide. Here's Ketaka Kalubovila yet again with a lovely run. Ball available yet again. Needs to give the ball out this time around. Here's the number 4. He takes the ball into contact. Needs to release. Ball being turned over. Here's the number 4. Toward the number 11. He takes the ball into contact, and not held is the call from the referee. Japura to the open side. Gives the ball out. He needs to give the ball out yet again. Space opening up here for Japura. Needs to give it to this side. Here's Methananda. Methananda decides to go through the middle. Still on his feet is Methananda. And on the open side, here's the ball given to Shenuka. Shenuka gives it a lovely backhand pass and collected by Pires. Pires in space. Pires still on his feet. Needs to roll away. Japura gives the ball out to Shenuka. Lovely cutout pass to Malcha. Malcha straightens the line and gives it to the number 14. And here's the number 14. But by the looks of it, that was a forward pass. Very good passage of play from Sri Jayewardenepura. But the ball has found a forward pass in that last pass. Here's Malcha, draw in and pass, and clearly in front. And that is exactly what Sri Jayewardenepura can't be doing, because this Colombo team will punish you for the infringements they do make.
Japura doing everything right until that very moment. They almost had that try, however, momentum rested. From Japura to Colombo once again, who is in possession of the ball. And will be interesting to see if Colombo goes for that quick exit or if they'll look to run from their line itself. And the scrum inching. Colombo doing brilliantly there.
Here's Bhashita. Charged out. Collected advantage in favor of Japura. And it will be a knock-on advantage for Sri Jayewardenepura just outside the 22 meters. The ball was given out and the ball was charged down. And this is why they have given what brilliant work from the flanker. Exactly what the flankers should be doing. They should be charging the kicks. And
need to hold that
Stefan,
yeah, we're rolling around slowly.
the number
Straight, both sides.
9, went to his fly half this time around. Last time around he went to the base kick
Crouch.
from the base, as we see another scrum.
Set.
Good setup. Good scrum coming in. Costa breaks from the back. Here's the scrum half, giving it to Shenuka. Shenuka decides to run, gives it to the scrum half. He goes in through his own merry way, gives it to the number 4. Ball available, goes to the open side. Here's Methananda. Methananda to his flank. Ball being knocked back. Ball available yet again. And it will be a scrum, a line out rather, in favor of Colombo. And Colombo, like in the last game, has been defending really well in the first passages of the game, as it will be Ketaka Kalubovila who will be throwing in. And for Sri Jayewardenepura, they need to score early.
Definitely the Colombo defense, they are looking spot on. And credit due to the players and the coaching staff as well. And here's Colombo with the line out, and they create the driving maul. And they move forward, Colombo. A brilliant move here. Gaining some meters. Japura doing well to counter. However, not entirely safe as Colombo keeps moving forward. Still in possession. Inching forward this Colombo pack. With Steven right there. If anything is to happen, and the ball with Ketana Kalubovila in the back of this ruck.
Puts the ball to boot. Collected by Malsha on the far side. Needs space. Cuts back in. Brilliant work from Malsha yet again. Running back is Malsha. Has support. Here's the number 9. Takes the ball into contact. Good work from Sri Jayewardenepura. Malsha yet again. It's an offside tackle by the looks of it. Ball available. And ball being presented to Colombo. Not really sure of the infringement.
Sorry. Back. Time off.
Red number 7. White.
Okay. Was that red number 7 punch? What part of the body did he hit?
No.
Side. Okay. Was it open hand or closed hand?
Yeah, hand.
No, was it open hand or closed hand?
Open.
Open hand. Captain. It's a penalty wide there as well. So same place. So he's got an option. That's it. It's penalty white there. So this would be penalty red here. So he's got an option. Captain. Okay. That's your number 7 pushing there, open hand. So it's a penalty offence. Get the discipline right, because you don't want to go to cards, yeah? That's number 7 punching with an open hand. With the body down there, it's holding, yeah? Option there or there? Same line? Okay. Holding.
Options available for Colombo on the either side of the touchline, and given to Colombo. It will be Bhashana Vijay Singh who will be putting the kick to touch just on the halfway mark. And here's a replay of what happened. Came in from an offside position by the looks of it, and did not release is what the referee was saying. Holding on was the infringement, as Kalubovila will throw this, forms the maul, and it goes out by the looks of it. And Ketaka Kalubovila breaks, and good work from Steven to put the ball from the base. Collected. Here's Malsha. He'll put the ball to boot. This time collected, not cleanly, but backwards. Stefan will put the ball to boot. Collected yet again by Japura. Not cleanly this time. And it's another kick out to touch, and the pressure telling for Japura. They've been pin backed inside their own half, and that is exactly the first quarter being done in this game. 7 points to 3. Colombo leading here at Nittawela, and it will be Ketaka Kaluboila who will be throwing in to Hastika Vijayasung Singha, or rather the number 27, who takes the ball into contact, and this time a good passage of play from Japura to keep possession, and Ketaka Kaluboila breaks from the back, and the ball he places it and gives the ball out. Here's Steven to the big man. He takes the ball into contact and knocks the ball on. Ball available for Japura. Good work. And here's the kick from the base. Lets the ball bounce. Does the fullback. He has plenty of options, and he puts the ball to touch. And that's a brilliant clearing kick from Colombo.
Both teams keeping up that intensity here, not letting either team to get under their skin, not letting either team any advantage from any mistakes that they might make. And this Japura backline as well, truly commendable. Something, stark difference from the previous match to this match that we've seen is that although both teams have tried those fancy passes, those fancy offloads, Japura has been able to get it done correctly, and here they are with the line out. Taken well.
Yes, Shanuka. Shanuka gives it to the vice captain. Here's Malsha. Ball being knocked back. Good tackle coming in from Bashana. Here's another kick to the base. Malsha collects it and he decides to run. And the ball has been touched down, and brilliant work from Japura to keep that in play. However, ball available yet again to the scrum half. He gives it to the number 4, who takes a lovely ball, and the ball has been knocked on, and it was an accidental offside by the looks of it. But the referee lets it play. And here's a quick run through the fringes. The number 8 goes in. Ball available. Space opening up wide as well. Here's another good tackle from Japura. Here's Colombo. The captain, Ayashka Ketaka Kaluboila, gives it to the number 11, who decides to hand off a couple of players, and the high tackle advantage for Colombo. And all the advantages are at the moment coming in favor of Colombo. And Steven will put this into touch, and probably will try to form that driving maul and push it through and over the whitewash.
Definitely that's something that the Colombo players will be looking for, because that's something that has worked for them, that has worked in their favor. They'll just want that driving maul to straighten out. Meanwhile, Japura will be looking to defend, to sack that jumper as soon as possible.
Taken by the number 4 at the front. Here's the maul going. Still on his feet. Needs to get back. Here's the number 3 taking the ball into contact. Ball available for Colombo. Needs to go back. And comes in from the side is the number 17. Needs to roll away. Rolls away does the player. And no hands is the call from referee. Ball being turned over. And it will be a yellow card coming in for Japura as well. Handling of feet. That's the first yellow card to Methananda, the number 1 of Sri Jayewardenepura. And it will be a scrum or a quick tap where Colombo will take it and probably try to coast over. And they are playing with 14 men. Here Stefan gives it to the number 27. He is being well tackled by Japura. Colombo ever so close. Ketaka Kaluboil latching onto his front row partner. and the ball has been turned over. And here's the base kick from the scrum, and that's another high tackle advantage by the looks of it.
And that yellow card will be something that Japura definitely don't want to see, especially to that number 1 Hasitha Mettananda, who has been instrumental in all of Japura's plays. And will be interesting to see how exactly Sri Jayewardenepura does without him in their ranks, and as Colombo goes into the scrum.
And the number 8 Costa have come into the front row wearing that scrum cap, and it'll be interesting to see how this
I need space, yeah. Hold that space until set. Break puts on all the way till set.
needs to hold the space until set is what the referee says to the front rows. It'll be Steven who will be feeding in for Colombo in the blind side, and ask for the crouch as well.
Fine.
And the bind is set as well yet again.
I need to know. Just hold your patience, then bind on top, yeah? You're too fast. Let him grab
Having
first,
trouble
come out, and
at
over
scrum time is the Japura pack.
Pull out.
They have an uphill task here inside the red zone.
Fine.
Just like that, you can't let another try go in. This is a final, you have pressure. Here's the drive coming in. Brilliant work, and here's Steven. And Steven is over. That's the second try of the game for Colombo with a man down as well. Steven goes in and scores over the whitewash. Brilliant work from Colombo. And Jayewardenepura, since they have a man down in the sin bit, it's working against them. But Jayewardenepura, if they are to stay in the game, they need to score next and score quickly, as Bhashana Vijay will now look to put the extras through the middle.
And Mettananda's absence quite evident there for Japura, as the scrum just fails. A scrum that was holding on quite well, that was equal to Colombo's forward pack, just failing in that instance. And here's Bhashana lining up the conversion, looking for those extra 2 points and increase this points tally. And that's a brilliant kick by Bhashana Vijay Singh there. Quite a difficult angle, however. He kicks it, thumbs it down right through the Nittawela uprights here. And Colombo, they have now notched 14 points in reply to Japura's 3. And all eyes will be on Ravin Shenuka, the Japura captain, who has been marshalling his troops throughout, who has been marshalling his line as well. And they'll be looking for some magic through his playmaking. And here's the restart.
Well underway, knocks the ball on by the looks of it, and it'll be a scrum in favor of Japura.
Ideal territory for Japura here, but they'll have to make sure that they capitalize on the scrum, even with the absence of Mettananda.
Got about 6-7 minutes to go.
They'll want him back
Mark's here. Here's Mark.
if they are to go on to make an impact in this game.
He needs to bind here. You're going on top. Yeah?
It'll be interesting to see how Colombo exploits his absence as well.
With the number 9 to feed in, and the number 8 has joined the front row. And the technique of scrummaging from Colombo is on point. And there again, drives it right through. And here's the number 8 taking the ball into contact. Good work. Here's space opening up wide. Still in the corner. Through the middle. Here's the number 6 in space. Still in space. Good work from Colombo.
Pull it out, play it.
Ball out is the call. Steven takes the ball into contact. He's been tackled really hard. Colombo on the accelerator. needs support. Does the number 6, Nihindu. And through the fringes goes Colombo yet again. Use it is the call from the referee. And here's another pick and drop through the fringe. Gaining ever so close. No hands is the call for the Japura forward pack. Yet another drive. Brilliant work. Ball out. Falls. High tackle advantage coming in for Colombo. Ball given out. Here's the fly half taking the ball into contact. Ball available through the fringes yet again. Ever so close goes Ketaka Kaluboila. Here's another pick and drive through the fringe. And needs support. Does Japura. But Colombo, by the looks of it, is meters short, inches short from the try line. Right under the posts. Just short yet again. Needs to release. Ketaka Kaluboila knocks the ball on. And ball available. Gives it to the number 21. Lovely cutout pass to Bashana. And the referee was playing advantage by the looks of it. And it will be a penalty for a high tackle in favor of Colombo.
Japura defense, they are doing great work to deny Colombo of that try. They seemed ever so close to going over that whitewash. However, how much longer can they deny Colombo? Because Colombo has a scrum, and if it goes the way of the previous scrum, they'll just be able to push Japura and go over that whitewash. Japura still only going with 7 players in that scrum. They don't seem too intent on getting a backline player involved. However, this will be to Colombo's advantage. And here's the number 9, Stephen, with the feed in. And here's Colombo once again, just coasting through, and they have an advantage as well. Stephen will try to go from the blind side, however. And there's a try once again, and this time it's Abdullah Siddiq who crosses over that whitewash. What a rampant display Colombo is putting on here for everyone at Nittawela. And what dominant scrummaging from Colombo as well.
The scrums and the lineouts are working. Just like in the last game, Calania did not use it, but Colombo are really using the scrum drive and the line-out drive to very good effect. And it's 19 points to 3. Sri Jayewardenepura playing with a man down as well, playing with 14 men. They have a front row missing as well. And it's 19 points to 3. Just like that. And Bashana Vijay Singh, it will be who will be kicking this hopefully through the middle. And there again, and the conversion is good as well. Brilliant work from Bashana Vijay Singh. 21 points to 3 is how the game reads right now. And on the brink of the half-time whistle, Sri Jayewardenepura will surely would want to score another try before they go into the sheds.
3 quick tries there for Colombo. And during those first 20 minutes, both teams seem to be on equal footings. However, after that yellow card, Japura seems to be in a bit of shambles. And mostly as a result of Colombo exploiting that forward scrum, that forward pack.
Stephen puts the ball to boot. There's men at the back collected. Gives it to Malsha. Malsha puts the ball to boot. There's no one behind. Collected by Bashana. Bashana decides to run. Bashana in space. Good work from Colombo. Stephen puts another up and under. Needs to stop. Here's Malsha yet again. Cutting back past a couple of players. Still on his feet is Malsha. He takes the ball into contact. Ball available. Scrum off. Puts the ball to boot. There's no one at the back. Needs to chase. And collects the ball. Ball available. Ruck formed. And here's another kick through the fringe. Here's Malsha yet again. He gives a lovely cutout pass to his scrum half. Scrum half runs through a couple of players. He takes the ball into contact. Ball available in the hands of the Japura player. Here's the scrum half giving it to his number 2. He takes the ball into contact. Number 8, Costa, gives it to Malsha. Malsha draw and pass. Here's Malsha in space. Malsha, by the looks of it, ever so close, gives it to the number 8. Number 8, and it looks like he's over. Held up is the call from the referee.
Goal line dropout.
Goal line dropout.
Goal line dropout. Held up.
Thought Di Costa twisted and turned.
Goal line dropout. 30 seconds.
Goal line dropout is what the referee awards them with. Here's the replay.
Yes.
Gives it to Costa. Costa takes it.
Yeah.
And Costa is being held up. Only the player who had the rights will know what happened. But by the looks of it, it was a good angle.
Quite unfortunate there for Japura.
Here's Methananda taking the ball into contact. He takes it into contact and brilliant work. He's come out of that yellow card sin bin. It was a slight offside call as well. The referee not on the mark, but ball available for Sri Jayewardenepura. Going through the blind side where there's more men. Here's Shenuka. Is an offside advantage coming to the number 10. He decides to run. Gives the ball to his second centre. He takes the ball into contact. Ball available. Quickly taken by the number 4. He takes the ball ever so close. Here's another fringe attack from Japura. Through the fringes. Needs to go back. Japura coming ever so close. Gives the ball out to the number 10. Collects the ball. Ball available. And by the looks of it, the ball has been knocked on and goes into play, and that will be half time. 21 points to 3 is how the half ends. At Colombo, clearly on the dominating side of the things. 21 points to 3. The early 3 points isn't what they needed. They needed to score first. They needed to try first. Japura and Colombo have come back and they've scored 3 brilliant tries.
And for Japura, it seemed like everything seems to unravel with that yellow card after Methananda was sent out, just allowing Colombo to exploit his absence and get 2 quick tries, courtesy of Abdullah Siddiq and Stephen, the scrum half, who has done amazingly. And something that we have to commend also is the work rate of Malsha Pathum, the Japura's fullback, who seemed to be everywhere during this half and who seemed to be carrying the game in his shoulder. And Japura will be expecting much more of that in the second half. They'll have to get their things in order, their strategy in order, and come back with a strong performance if they are to defend their title of the Slug Champions against Colombo here. And we'll be coming back to you with much more action from the second half. So stay tuned and glued to your screens. We'll be back on Papare.
ഇയാളിപ്പോൾ എവിടെയുണ്ട്, എവിടെയൊക്കെ പോകുന്നു, ആരെയെല്ലാം കാണുന്നു, ആരെയെല്ലാം പിടിക്കുന്നു, എല്ലാ ഡീറ്റെയിൽസും അപ്പനെ അറിയിക്കണം.
This is Dr. Arjun Reddy Deshmukh. మెడికల్ ప్రొఫెషన్లో కోపాన్ని కంట్రోల్ చేయలేని మనిషి ఒక సర్జికల్ బ్లేడ్ పట్టుకున్న మర్డర్తో సమానం.
Not today.
Now available free of charge to all Dialog ViU Hub and ViU Mini postpaid customers. To access, simply go to the home screen on your Dialog ViU and go to Movies and select Lionsgate Play.
එකම සීනයක් හඹා යන තරුණයන් දෙදෙනෙක් විඳින විඳවන ජීවිතවල ඇතුළාන්තය ප්‍රේමී සදාතනික බැඳීමෙන් ලංවන මනුෂ්‍යත්වයට එහා ගිය යූරෝ ඩොලර් තුන අතරමං වූ ජීවිත සුන්දර ඉතාලි සීනයක තනි කරන පාස්පෝර්ට් ඩයලොග් ටෙලිවිෂන් ViU Mini ViU Hub හා ViU App තුලින් නරඹන්න.
మెడికల్ ప్రొఫెషన్లో కోపాన్ని కంట్రోల్ చేయలేని మనిషి ఒక సర్జికల్ బ్లేడ్ పట్టుకున్న మర్డర్తో సమానం.
ఎరా స్కూల్ అయిపోయిందా?
అయిపోయింది నాన్న. కానీ నాకు డౌట్ నాన్న.
చెప్పరా, ఏ సబ్జెక్ట్ లో?
డౌట్ సబ్జెక్ట్ లో కాదు నాన్న,
మరి
నా డ్రాయర్ లో.
I hate my life, అరే కష్టాలకే కేరాఫు.
I hate my life అన్న లిరిక్స్ ఏంటి? ఈ సిగ్నేచర్ స్టెప్ ఏంటి? అసలు నీ ఫ్రస్ట్రేషన్ కారణం ఏంటి బ్రో? చెప్పు. అంబులెన్స్.
පුරා පැය දෙකක කාලයක් ඔබව කුතුහලයෙන් තැතිගන්වන
ඔයා ගැන තිබුණු විශ්වාසය නැති වෙලයි තියෙන්නේ.
එහෙම මේ විදිහට රටවල් වහගෙන ඉන්න පුළුවන්ද බං? එහෙම මේ බාර් වහගෙන ඉන්න පුළුවන්ද? එහෙම රටක් කරන්න පුළුවන්ද?
කොඳුළු බිඳුව හැරි තවම නුඹ
ලොක්ඩවුන්.
Just a little bit of width on offer and he's got fast hands. They'll show.
Into the stands she goes. Nawan Oja moves closer to that half-century.
One thing is, they have been heavy and the spinners have bowled really well. Here watching in Sri Lanka on ThePapare or Dialog TV.
Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, ThePapare.
ඩයලොග් ටෙලිවිෂන් සමගින් අනාගතය අත්විඳින්න. දහසකටත් වඩා වැඩි දෙස් විදෙස් මූවීස් සහ වීඩියෝ ඔන් ඩිමාන්ඩ්. පහසුවෙන් රිවයින් කරන්න. මොබයිල් එකෙන් කන්ට්‍රෝල් කරන්න. යන එන ගමන් මොබයිල් එකෙන් ටීවී බලන්න. අප්ග්‍රේඩ් වුණු ඩයලොග් ViU අත්දැකීම ඔබත් අත්විඳින්න. ඩයලොග් ViU Plus හෙට දවසේ තාක්ෂණයෙන් බලගන්වන ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංක 1 රසාස්වාදය.
ඔයාගේ කැමතිම ඩයලොග් ටෙලිවිෂන් ප්‍රෝග්‍රෑම්ස් මිස් වුණාද? ඩයලොග් ViU ඇප් එකෙන් රීවයින්ඩ් නැත්නම් කැච් අප් කරලා ඕනම වෙලාවක බලන්න. පැය දෙකක් දක්වා රීවයින්ඩ් කරන්නත්, දවස් 3ක් දක්වා ප්‍රෝග්‍රෑම්ස් කැච් අප් කරන්නත් පුළුවන්. ඔයාගේ කැමතිම ප්‍රෝග්‍රෑම්ස් මිස් කරගන්නේ නැතුව ViU ඇප් එකේ ඩේටා කැපෙන්නේ නැතුවම බලන්න. අදම ViU ඇප් එක ඩවුන්ලෝඩ් කර ඔයාගේ ඩයලොග් TV කනෙක්ෂන් එක ඇඩ් කරන්න. ඩයලොග් ටෙලිවිෂන් ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංක 1 ටෙලිවිෂන් රසස්වාදය.
කොච්චර කෙලින් කරන්න හැදුවත් මේකක් කෙලින් යන්නේ නැහැ. හොඳයි උන්ට කොහෙන්ද මොලේ? මොලේ මොකටද බූරු? දේශපාලනය කරන්නේ. For the first time on Sri Lankan TV, Dialog Television brings you Lionsgate Play.
Stay with me.
You enjoy this?
We're gonna have a great time.
All right.
Now available free of charge to all Dialog ViU Hub and ViU Mini postpaid customers. To access, simply go to the home screen on your Dialog ViU and go to Movies and select Lionsgate Play.
போட்ட ஜெட்டிய உள்பக்கமா திருப்பி துவைக்க கூட மாட்டான். அப்படியே போடுவான் உன் தம்பி.
சார், நான் பிரெக்னெண்டா இருக்கேன்.
ஐயோ டோட்டல் சிப் கரெக்ட் ஆயிடுச்சுப்பா.
අයිසේ රෝහල් ගත කරත් එකයි වේදිකා ගත කරත් එකයි හැමදාම හැමෝම පෙන්නන එකම නාට්‍ය තමයි
අපි කන බල්ලෙක්ද අපිව බල්ලෝ කරනවා
යවන්න ඔය ඉන්න ගෙම්බන්ගේ පටන් කවුරුත් දන්නවා මගේ පොලිටිකල් පැටර්න්
මොන මගුලක්ද මහත්තයෝ කරන්නේ
කිච්චිනේ ඕ හතුරෝ අපගේ හතුරෝ
එදා ඔච්චර බඩ තිබුණ
නෑ එදා තිබ්බේ නෑ අද උදේ ආවේ බඩ නිකන් යන ඕ යන්න
කතුරු මිතුරු
අපේ ජීවිතේ පළමුවැනි වීරයාගේ කතාව තාත්තා ප්‍රසාද් සමරතුංගගේ දෙවැනි සිනමා නිර්මාණය
රෝසි මැඩම් ඕන මෙනු එක දැකලා අපේ කොල්ලෝ මැඩම් විතර නේම දකන් වවුලේ ඔක්කොම දකන්
සමහර සිටුවේෂන්ස් තියෙනවා එකිනෙකාට ෂෙයා කරගන්න බැරි තරමට කොම්ප්ලිකේටඩ්
සඳ පායන්න සැරසී
அதை காப்பாத்துறதுக்காக சண்டையும் போடுவோம்
செத்தது யாரோ தானே நம்ம அம்மா செத்த மாதிரி ஓவரா சீனை போடுற இன்ஜின் யாக்கி பேசிக்கலாம் சொல்றல பேசிக்கலாம்
அப்பக்கே அதை ഉപയോഗിക്കാൻ പാടായിരിക്കും
അത് ഉപയോഗിച്ചാലല്ലേ അറിയും
ഒരു ഫോട്ടോ എടുത്ത്
അവനെ ഫോണിൽ ആരെങ്കിലും വിളിക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ ഭയങ്കര കളിയും ചിരിയും തമാശയൊക്കെ ആയിരിക്കും അടുത്ത് നിന്ന് നമ്മൾ എന്തെങ്കിലും പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഇങ്ങനെ രണ്ടൊന്ന് മൂളല് മാത്രമേ ഉണ്ടാവൂ
මට මතක මගේ ෆස් නයිට් එකේ ඉඳන් විතරයි. පුතාට හිටිය ගමන් කවදාහරි කියලා තියෙනවද බීච් යන් කියලා?
Let's go to the beach. මේ ලෝකේ කවුරුත් කාවෙන
And we are back with live action here from Nittawela for the second half. The championship, the final of the Sri Lanka University Games. It's Jayewardenepura versus Colombo, and Colombo leading comfortably here at the beginning of the second half. 21 points to 3. And there we see the referee on screen as well.
Everything to play for both these teams. 21 points to 3. Colombo leading comprehensively in the first half, but somehow it will be Stephen who will be restarting things from the left to right, and they'll be playing with the wind in the second half as well. And Stephen puts the ball to boot, and this time collected by the Jayewardenepura player, the number 4. He takes the ball into contact, still on his feet is the number 4. Takes it into contact, ball available, gives it out wide. Here's Shanuka. He decides to take the ball through contact, and Costa. Knock on advantage in favor of Colombo. Advantage yet again for that knock on. There's advantage over called by the referee. Space opening up wide for the number 14. Has plenty of men. He decides to run. He takes the ball into contact. Ball available for Jayewardenepura inside the 22 meters. Here's Pathum. Malcha puts the ball to boot. Collected. Knocked on.
Knock on advantage.
knock-on advantage in favor of Colombo. Wonder why that was. Thought there was a try that was a knock-on that was coming, but the referee was right on the target. Use it is the call. Going through the fringes yet again. Here's the number 6. That's Nihindu Villavarachi, and gives it to the Colombo pack of forwards, who are well designed for this close contact play. They have the forwards. They will go through the forwards as they have done all season. And in the first half itself, it's 21 points to nil. And the ball given out to Ketaka Kaluboila, gives it to the inside man, the number 17. Ball available yet again right under the post. Stephen gives it to the number 21, who gives it to Bashana. Bashana cutting back in, rather the number 15. Murji doesn't. Here's another pick and go through the middle. Think that was Avishka Piasena. And here another pick and drop. Going through the middle. Here another pick and drop through the fringe. This has been the story so far in the game. Despite terrible conditions, here's the 21 giving it out to the wing 3/4. He takes the ball into contact, gets 2 men to bring him down. Finally ball available to the number 5. Think this is the captain. He takes the ball into contact. Number 7. He takes and gives it to the number 1, who gives it ever so close to the try line. Brilliant work, and the ball has been knocked on.
Knocked on into goal. Scrum red.
Scrum in favor of Japura. Just out of danger area. Was knocked on by Colombo, and Japura have a breather to get out of jail.
Colombo doing brilliantly there to rack up those phases of play. However, Japura defense having the last laugh in this phase, as they are successfully able to defend that line. They'll be having a scrum in their own 22 with possession.
Scrum without force, so someone needs to get shoes on.
Referee having a little word with the captain, Ravin Shanuka there. Former Royal player is Ravin.
What I need from you.
And have to say he has been quite brilliant with his offloads in this game as well. Just bringing the ground to life with his deft little passes and marshalling his line brilliantly. And Japura will want much more of that in order to breach the Colombo defense. They'll want the support of their forwards as well if they are able to make some headway. And here's the Japura forwards, who will be put to the test once again by the Colombo pack, who has done ever so well so far, and who has been able to score through tries.
They had a lot of trouble in the quarterfinal with the scrum area, and that was only the only time that the scrum was matched in the quarterfinal, as Japura throws in the number 8, breaks Costa. Costa breaks through the sides. Here's Malsha. Malsha has been very well tackled by Kant. Advantage in favor of Japura. Off feet. Can't do that. Needs to kick it out and probably form a line out from outside. Here's the kicker, the number 13, Piris, who will put this in 2-touch.
That Piris-Ravin combination is something that has worked out for Japura throughout this entire season, and something that today Colombo has not allowed them to get a lot of that cohesion going on.
And it will be Methananda who will be throwing in to the line out. It's a 3-man line out. Methananda will go in
line out backwards
and backwards. Yes, Shanuka, the captain, gives it out. Lovely ball out. Ball being taken knocked on by white. Advantage in favor of red.
Punish, knock on only.
Japura gives it to the
Punish
flank,
over.
fly half rather. Puts the ball to boot. Puts another ball to boot, and this time not collected. Ball available in the hands of the Colombo players. Here's Steven. Puts the ball to boot. There's the number 14 at the back. Backwards is the call. Here's the number 14 putting the ball to boot, and he does exactly that and goes out, bounces, and it will be a line out in favor of Colombo. Can't take it out on the quick. They needed time, and hence the line out is being used for.
Good little passage of play instigated by Shenuka once again, but he just needed that little support from his line, which he couldn't really get at this point. But here's Colombo with another good line out.
Ketaka Kaluboil, and at the back is Steven. He puts the ball to boot, collected by the number 14. He gives it to Malsha. Malsha gives a lovely cutout pass to Shenuka. Shenuka decides to run. Still on his feet is Shenuka. Gives the ball out to the scrum half, and he's being very well dealt with. Needs to release. Ball available. Needs to give it out. There's men offside here, and here's Malsha playing right inside the 22 meters. Di Costa, new advantage being played in favor of Japura. Needs to give the ball out quickly, not that side. Should have given the ball to the other side, and here's a chip and chase. And by the looks of it, they've kicked it, taken in, and it will be a line out or a scrum. And penalty advantage. They need to put this into touch and probably form the driving maul. They have minutes remaining, plenty of time.
That was a good little grabber by the captain there.
Number 2, offside.
Knowing that Japura had the advantage, he just took on that half chance, and something that will do in the minds of the Colombo defenders as well is that create a little bit of doubt whenever they try to defend against him, if he will be going for that grabber or if he'll be going for that offload, just making a moment of indecisiveness in the minds of the defenders, which he will try to exploit.
Brilliant work from Shenuka, the captain of Japura. It's a 3-man line out. This time 2 taken from the 4th position. Good work. Ball bounces. Advantage offside. Here's the number 4 in contact. He takes the ball into contact, gives the ball out wide, takes a couple of men to bring him down. Here's the number 10 going in space and gives it to the number 14, who manages only to knock on the ball, but a penalty advantage was already being played in favor of Japura for an offside, and hence it will be a quick tap, hopefully, or a line out.
Quick tap, ball in hand.
Gives it to Costa. Costa takes the ball ever so close. Still on his feet is Costa, and just short. And the try has been scored. That's Bethananda through the middle. Brilliant work from Japura. Finally Japura hit back. 21 points to 8 with the conversion to come after a couple of lapses and continuous play from Japura. They have managed to cut back the deficit to just 13 points with the conversion to come. And that's brilliant work from Japura in the second half.
Statement try there by Japura, letting everyone here know that they are not out of the game and that they'll be coming back strong in this second half. And here's the conversion. That is very, very, very close. Would have done Japura well to get those extra 2 points. However, the score stands still at 8. Colombo with 3 converted tries and Japura with a penalty and a try. And here's that try once again. Methananda having knowing where that line was, just picking that ball up and barging into that Colombo defense, who had no clue how to stop him from that point. And here's the restart by Steven. Steven kicking it deep. A flat kick taken well by Methananda, who barges through. And here's Methananda. A little side step, however, taken well by the Colombo defense. And a little lapse in concentration there. Shenuk was just looking for his options before collecting that ball cleanly. A rare mistake from the captain there. However,
it was a hospital pass. It was a good bullet pass coming into the fly half, and despite the torrid conditions, you can't send those quick bullet passes out to your backs because they are bound to knock it on. And it was a good run from Methananda, and Methananda needed support when they did work. And it will be Steven with the throw in, with the feed in to the scrum, and Colombo will have an opportunity to get a good scrum. There again, the scrum goes, but takes a ball out. Steven puts another up and under, collected by the number 14. Here's Malsha. Malsha decided to run. Costa gives it out wide, just outside the 22 meters, puts the ball back. Bhashana is there. He returns the favor. Collected by the number 4. Has support. Decides to go on his own. Good work from the Japura player. Here's Malsha yet again in space. Needs to keep possession. Plenty of space opening on the blind side. Puts the ball to put, and that will go out on the full by the looks of it. And not what was expected from Japura. Do not need to kick it. You need to just send it out through the hands, and that is exactly what Japura isn't doing at the moment. They have plenty of men on the outside, but they are not sending the ball to their backs. They are trying to kick the ball whenever they have possession, and Colombo has been doing the same through Suraj Steven, the vice captain, the scrum half of Colombo. Here's the throw being taken. Maul called by the referee. Coming in, Ketaka Kalubovila takes the ball. And here's the ball being taken. Coming in from the side. Penalty advantage in favor of Colombo. What will they do? Will they go for touch, or will they form the maul?
good little passage of play there by both teams, and both of these teams showing why they deserve to be in this championship by playing some high quality rugby here at Nittawela today. And it will be Colombo with the line out once again. Ketaka Kalubovila, who has done brilliantly so far, will be looking to find that jumper once again.
Kalubovila at the front, forms the maul yet again. Now it goes a little forward. Needs to go. Here's the rolling maul coming in from Colombo. Ketaka Kalubovila at the back. Players going in from the front and needs to evade that. But good scrummaging advantage in favor of Colombo. Ball available. Steven gives it to his fly half. He decides to run. Here's the fullback. Still on his feet. Needs to release. Good work. But advantage was already being played in favor of Colombo. Number 5 coming in from the side, and hence it will be a penalty. They'll put this into touch and form the rolling maul. That is their weapon, and that is exactly what they are trying to do.
And the Colombo forwards again doing extremely well there to get themselves into some prime territory They're back
On the line, on the line.
in the Japura 22. They haven't scored yet in this second half.
If the scrum rolls around and they go straight ahead, that's fine.
And what they'll want here, only 5 meters away from the try line, is to score. And their rolling maul has worked so far for them. Will be interesting to see if they go the same direction or if they'll try something different here.
You okay, Paul? You okay? Yeah.
There seems to be a little hold up in play as the Colombo number 4, Hastika Vijayatunga, is getting a little bit of treatment. And both teams will use this little window to just regroup, especially Japura, just to take a breather and make sure that they defend this line out well.
Time on.
Here's
Follow the line,
Ketaka
right.
with the ball once again. He's looking for that first jumper and a little dummy there by that first jumper.
And the try has been scored. Brilliant work from Nihidu Villavarachi. Brilliant work. Initially thought the ball was knocked on when trying to bring the man down. But the referee, right on target, gives, there you go. That was the miss. And Nihidu Villavarachi, the number 8 and flanker, goes over the whitewash. And that probably will be the game, because now the deficit is 18 points. And for 18 points you need to score thrice and get 2 conversions away as well.
And a smart little ploy by Colombo there as well. They had been going to their first jumper throughout, and that little dummy once again by the first jumper confused the defenders. Confused the Japura defenders, and here's Bashana again. 100% success rate with his kicks, with his conversions. He has converted all 4 tries here at Nittawela today. And coming back to that try once again, that little ploy there, that little dummy by the Colombo first jumper just put the Japura defense in disarray, allowing them to create that maul and just barge forward. There was no stopping them from there at that point. And here's Shenuka once again with the restart. Taken well by Colombo.
Ball available for Steven. Steven gives to his fly half. It was taken back, can't kick it out on the full. Good space identification. Here's Malsha, collects it. Has the Japura player on the outside, the wing 3/4, cuts back a couple of times. Here's space opening up yet again, and Nihudu with a brilliant tackle, brilliant cover tackle, lovely ball given out wide. Here's the number 13 in space, he goes into contact. Ball available, space opening up on the outside as well. Lovely cutout pass to the number 5. Here's space on the far corner. Going back is in the wing 3/4, the flanker rather. Gives it to the fullback, center rather. Ball available, a touch of an offside call. Here's the number 13. He takes the ball into contact. In space is the number 13. Still in space. Needs support. And rolling off is the Japura player. The number 4 goes into contact. Here's the number 2. The hooker goes in and the hooker will score. Brilliant work from the number 2 for Japura. Exactly what Sri Jayewardenepura needed. And it will be a yellow card coming in for Colombo as well. And just like that, 28 points to 13 with the conversion to come. Interesting. This is the second try. There you go. This is Piris taking the ball into contact and gives it to the number 2, who starts and cuts back in and goes over the whitewash. And brilliant work from Japura to cut back the deficit to just 15 points.
Instant reply by Japura there to that try scored by Colombo. And in a matter of minutes, they have notched another one again. And here's the conversion that goes through. 2 more points added to the Japura tally. And the score is now at 15-28 with a few minutes on the clock. Will Japura be able to breach the Colombo defense twice again? Keep in mind that they are one man down is Colombo with that yellow card. And Japura will want to exploit this opportunity they have.
Japura need to score 2 converted tries
White, number
if
2.
they are to make a game out of it. And the number 2, Ketaka Kalubowila, goes out. And it'll be
29.
the number 29 who comes in. Dilumma Veragoda, the prop for Colombo, comes in. Another tank in that front row. And good work from Steven, who puts the ball right up and under, collected by the number 4. He takes the ball into contact. Still on his feet is the number 4.
Roll 1, roll.
Finally brought down just
stay up.
outside the 22 meters. Gives it to the fly half. Fly half puts the ball to boot. He can't kick this out on the full. And it doesn't go out on the full. And that's a brilliant kick, because it found touch just before that it went out, and it'll be a line out in favor of Japura will Colombo will try to take as much time as they can, and probably put this game to bed. They have a yellow card as well. A Colombo player going in as Ketaka Kalubowila will be throwing in. That's a crooked throw.
Not straight.
And Japura will have possession.
Not straight. Option.
Line out or scrum option available. And they've gone for the scrum. The scrum isn't their main weapon. It's Colombo's main weapon, and you can't let them drive away. They need to get quick ball out.
Definitely an interesting option taken by Japura there. But Colombo, seeing their dominance with the scrum throughout, will be licking their lips at this opportunity. However, all Japura has to do is make sure that their scrum is stable and get the ball to their captain, Ravin Shenuka, who has had an amazing game so far. All eyes will definitely be on Ravin Shenuka as well. Those defenders also, they'll be expecting that offload from him.
A reasonable crowd available here as well, present here. And the University Games, the final of the Inter-University Games. Colombo currently leading 28 points to 15 against Sri Jayewardenepura. 57 minutes on the mark. And a yellow card for Colombo as well. That's the story so far. If Japura can score another one try, the last 5 minutes is going to be electric.
Sure.
And it was these two teams who clashed head-on at last year's Inter-University Games as well. And in that game, Colombo just able to come out on top. And Japura are here today with revenge in mind for that game. However, only time will tell if they are able to enact and beat Colombo here at Nittawela again. And here's the Japura scrum half with the feed.
No. Set.
We have De Costa playing number 8 at the back.
Fall out. Yes. No, falling.
Does well to keep that scrum stable. However, The scrum half taken down. Good recovery by Japura there. And here's that little crossfield kick by Shenuka into space. However, collected well by Colombo.
Not held, no! Advantage, no con.
Colombo with possession now. They kick into the gap, and will the ball trickle down? The ball does, however, referee has called
Off feet first.
play back.
Penalty advantage for being off feet. It was a good collection from the number 15, Murji Dozen, the fullback.
Off feet.
And it was kicked from the base. Hence it will be a penalty in favor of Colombo. Colombo will take as much as time as they need. And they'll put this into touch and probably form another rolling maul. Pashita Vijay Singh puts the ball to boot, goes into touch, and it will be a line out in favor of themselves. And we are in the last 10 minutes of the game. 59 minutes already being played. And Colombo playing with a yellow card as well. It will be Ketaka Kaluboila who will be throwing in for the line out of Colombo. Taken at the back. No contest. Knocks the ball on. Ball available in the hands of the Japura player. Here's Metananda. Puts the ball to boot. Here's Azan. Azan at the back collects. And the ball has been turned over. Here's the number 9 going through the fringes. He needed to put the box kick in. Here's Veragoda.
You're not in the ball.
Not in the ball. And here's another pick and drive through the fringe. Needs to release.
And penalty to Colombo. Once again they have possession of the ball, and Bashana will do his best to kick it as far as possible into Japura territory. And what this is allowing Colombo to do, what Japura is allowing Colombo to do with these little mistakes, with these penalties that they've given away, is that they are eating into the time of the entire match and that yellow card as well. They are still playing with one man down. And although Colombo, Japura were able to score early on, as soon as that yellow card was awarded, they haven't been able to get any more mileage from that so far.
Ketaka Kaluboila yet again forms the maul, drives it through.
Out, wide, out.
Needs to roll away, and here's going. Number 3 needs to release. Here's the ball on the open side, and thought it was knocked on. And pretty average day for the referees as well. There's a lot of experience here, and they are taking the game to a good end. And here's Steven. Steven gives it to the number 21. He gives it to the number 11, who is a flank, is a wing 3/4 at present. Needs to give it to the open side. Here's Hassan. Hassan gives a basketball pass to the other player, and that's going to be a definite yellow card coming. That's a definite yellow card coming.
11.
And Colombo will milk this. They'll take as much time as they need. And Bashana will put this into touch. And one more try will be the cushion. And it will be Colombo who will be celebrating. A couple of yellow cards, playing with yellow with 14 men each.
11 minutes. More or less.
Not an intentional high tackle there by the Japura forward, by the Japura defender there. However,
how long on number 14 white?
It is a high tackle. He went above the shoulders of that player, and that there it is right there.
No contest, no.
And here's Colombo now with the rolling maul once again, driving forward. Both teams reduced to 14 men.
Back foot, back foot, back, 12.
Abdullah Siddiq in front there, marshalling, giving his troops some sort of direction. And here is Colombo breaking from the maul, inching forward towards that try line.
Back on, release.
Almost over, but not quite, as it's well defended by Japura. However, the fans here seem to think that it is almost inevitable that Colombo will score. Here they are with the pick and goes, the forwards doing the hard yards, doing the hard work. Here's Abdullah Siddiq now with the ball. And a deft little pass by Abdullah Siddiq there to his number 2. And another pick and go. Japura still denying Colombo of that opportunity. Last ditch defense here by Japura. They will not allow this final to go back so easily, and the call is held up. The referee stops time.
Okay. Same picture.
Held up is the call.
Held up. Goal line.
It will be a goal line dropout. Interesting to see how many minutes we have in play. Colombo doing really well, and Japura doing all the hard work to keep that in play. Was the number 29 Waragoda, who went, and here's Shenuka. He'll restart things in the corner, collected and goes back. Here's Hassan. Hassan weaving past a couple of players, advantage. Accidental offside. It was right in front. High tackle advantage for Colombo, given by the referee. Be interesting to see how that high tackle featured. And goes in to touch, and just short. Colombo on the verge of becoming the 2025 champions. They are the defending champions, and they have a lot of hard work put through, and coach Henry Terrence will be really pleased with his team. They've done all the guerrilla tactics correct, and the ball has been knocked on and knocked again by red. First knock on. Japura have advantage now.
A little mistake there by Colombo. Not very many seen in this match. Both teams have played some excellent rugby here on display for everyone to see. And here's Japura now with the scrum in their 22. Malsha Pathumit is in that first receiver, as first receiver.
21 feeds in. The scrums have been the story for Colombo, and has been the story in the league season as well. The scrum of coach Henry Terrence have been working really well. The unit is working really well as a well-oiled machine, and the line-out drive is one of the key features in this outfit as well. As we see the number 21 for Japura feeds in. Ball taken at the back and knocked on. Penalty advantage for shoving more than 1.5 meters. You can do it in this format, and they've gone for another scrum, taking as much as time out of the game as they can.
And these penalties really hurting them, Kavin. This is the third or fourth penalty in a row that Japura has just given away, and that has allowed Colombo to wrest away the momentum from them and almost camp in the 22. And in these crucial dying minutes of the game, these penalties will be something that Japura will not want to see.
This time it will be Colombo with the feed in, and it will be interesting to see how Colombo drive this. There again, one aspect of the game is the scrum, and there again they push it forward. They'll get advantage. Here's the number 6 going through the middle, and here's the try being scored. That's the second try for Nihindu Viklavaarachi. Brilliant work from Colombo's flanker. and that will probably be the final nail in the coffin for Japura. Colombo have managed to score another try through Nihindu Villavarachi, and just like that, 33 points to 15 at the brink of the full-time whistle. 1 minute remaining is what the referee says, and it will be Colombo who will be going back to back, and defending champions it is for them.
And as Bashna lines up the kick, in the first 20 minutes itself, this is not something that we saw coming, that Colombo winning with such a huge margin, because the intensity that both teams played with in that first 20 minutes was amazing. Some great display of rugby, but where it went wrong for Japura is when Methananda was sent out with that yellow card, and Bashana just missing out on that conversion, but he's done his job extremely well, only missing out on one conversion so far. And coming back to what we were discussing, it all went wrong for Japura back when Menthananda was sent out, that yellow card, and Colombo was quick to capitalize on that opportunity. 2 quick tries, exploiting the number one's absence. And as we approach the dying minutes of the game, we'll have another restart by Ravin Chenuka, the captain, who has also done extremely well in this game and who will be disheartened to be on the losing side. He has played brilliantly along with his team. One of the standouts for me in this game. However, in the interest of getting that ball, he is not able to kick it 10 meters. So there will be a center scrum. Another opportunity for Colombo to finish off in a dominating fashion. And we see a lot of new jerseys and a lot of substitutions made from Colombo's side. They are emptying the bench, giving the players an opportunity to taste what victory feels like. And it was just last year that they beat Japura in the inter-university games, and this year as well in the Sri Lanka University Games. They will be the champions in this rugby division. And here's Colombo, those fresh legs doing amazingly, gaining some meters. And Villavarachi making that break. Ruck secured, doing well there. A quick little kick, which trickles outline. And the referee will bring play back from where that kick was scored. The Japura players a bit dejected, but still on their feet, not letting go easily, showing us all why they were defending champions of the Sri Lanka University Games title and how hard they have worked to be in this championship. Both teams playing some high quality rugby and setting them apart from the rest of the teams who have taken part in this university games. And here's Japura, the scrum half with the feed in now.
Number 9 to feed in to a Japura scrum. They'll probably want one more try to get a consolation correct. Here's the number 8. Brilliant work from him. Japura have managed to keep possession, but whenever they've given away possession rather easily. Here's the ball out, gives it to the number 2. Here's Methananda in space, and space opening up wide to the number 14, and he takes the ball into contact, and the ball inside the goal line, and it will be a goal line dropout. It was a good thinking from the Japura player, but this is what they should have been doing from the word go. From the start of the match, they should have been looking to do that. But in trying to run from their own half, they've only managed to cop up possession. And that is exactly why they are trailing 33 points to 15 here. And the conversion is good. He has the number 7, gives it to the number 4. Space opening up wide. Good tackle coming in from Colombo. Needs to roll away. And penalty advantage in favor of Colombo for holding on. That probably will be the game done and dusted. And it's Stefan, Suraj Stefan, probably a man of the match, who has the ball, gives it to Bashana. Bashana will put this into touch. And it will be a line out.
Final play.
Final play is the call from the referee.
Number 9 who? Number 9 white?
No,
Red. Stop.
nothing
Number 9. Stop.
changes. It's Colombo who will be the champions, consecutive champions for the second time in the running. 2024 under Tiksha Gunasinghe, they did manage to win. And this time through Avishka Piyasena, they have managed to lift the trophy. Final play, final maul coming in before the celebrations come in. Stephen takes the ball, gives it out, and that's the game done and dusted. Champions Colombo, brilliant work, and they deserve to be champions really.
And two sides of the coin really here, as Colombo, jubilation, elation on their faces. We have Jayewardenepura, a disappointed pack, disappointed set of players who have played their hearts out, both of these teams. However, Colombo coming out on top once again, and Jayewardenepura once again losing a final to Colombo. And really, what a game we've had here so far. Deserved champions of the Sri Lanka University Games. Colombo have played their heart out. They've done amazingly when it has come to the ruck situation, whenever it came to using their forwards. And that the forwards just overshadowing the brilliance of the line that Jayewardenepura had. And what a brilliant game we've had here today at Nittawela as a finisher.
Now this is the full-time confirmation. 33 points to 15. University of Colombo defeating University of Jayewardenepura in the final. In what promised to be a close encounter, they've won by 18 points. And brilliant work from both teams. And now let's take a look at the key stats and the highlights of the second half.
The second half, of course, Jayewardenepura started off strong in the second half. However, it proved to not be enough. And here's Ravin Shenuka, some highlights of him, of his brilliance, and Methananda scoring that try. However, all of Jayewardene's brilliance just not enough to overshadow the dominant first half that Colombo had and exploited. Some brilliant tries by both teams here. And also commendable is Bashana Vijay Singha's kicking. Only one kick went awry, as he was able to convert all other tries. And here's a look at our key stats for this game today. No one thought that Colombo would win with such a huge margin, because both teams were equally matched, but then it was all down to the scrums that both teams had. Jayewardenepura only able to score 2 tries and 1 conversion and 1 penalty, while Colombo just dominated with 5 tries and converting 4 of them through Bashana Vijay Singha's boot. And that's the game. Colombo deserved winners of the Sri Lanka University Games. And there'll be celebrations going into the night today. Unfortunate for Jayewardenepura. However, that's the nature of the game. Colombo for the second time in a row have beaten Japura in a final and are now defending champions, are now champions of the Sri Lanka University Games. And that's all the action from Nittawela today. And it's us, the production team, along with myself and Kavin, signing off for today.
Stand by for opener.
Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, ThePapare.
3, 2, 1, roll.
ඉතින් ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංකික ක්‍රීඩා නාලිකාව ThePapare සමග.
Welcome back to ThePapare.
Welcome to the live broadcast from ThePapare.
Good luck, guys. Good luck, everyone.
ThePapare, Sri Lanka's #1 television sports channel.